episode 380 of Global from Asia, brand story, case study, recap of the Excalibur Brothers brand, and some highlights. Also, we're going to talk about some things happening the rest of this year. Let's go into today's show.
Welcome to the Global from Asia podcast, where the daunting process of running an international business is broken down into straight-up, actionable advice. And now, your host, Michael Michelini.
Thank you for watching or listening to this show. You know, my wife's she's like my branding agent. She's like, your videos are not clear and it doesn't make you lose face, blah, blah, blah. I honestly, I got this camera here. I'm trying a different position. I prefer the audio only, but I know everything is YouTube now and video and face and I get my hair, blah, blah, blah. So I'm honestly moving. There's luggage all over the place. It's super, super unknown and stressful for me. A lot of my friends in Shenzhen want to do make sure I do a going away party, but it looks like maybe in a couple weeks I'll be moving to Thailand, or maybe a month, maybe 2 months, or maybe I don't get to go at all. So it's just really, really stressful right now for me. So this week's show, I thought I would take a clip of the Blimp Method webinar from last week and take the part only of Luciano and I sharing about the journey since the beginning of this year, going through the process. So it's just one highlight for those that didn't make it to the webinar that want to check this out. It is a video version, but I believe the audio is fine. We talk about some pictures on the screen. So if you're listening on audio, that's fine. And then after this session, I'm going to be just me on the microphone or on the video talking about some of the plans for the rest of this year, if you're curious. So let's tune in. And thank you to our sponsor, our returning sponsor, Mercury.com, online bank. Well, it's a real bank, but you can do it totally online for US. Our Blimp program participants are going through this as well. Thank you, Mercury. Travis is great there. He's been on our show. He's been in our events. We're going to have another event where we will have them attending as well. And if you want to get a little bonus for you and us, if you sign up and do some special circumstances, you can go to globalfromasia.com/Mercury. I also have a video tutorial that we use even for the Blimp people. I use the same exact video to learn how to use it. I hope you can check it out. Totally free. Why not? See you there. Here's the current brand, and we're going to be sharing really deep insights about what we've gone through building this the last almost a year, I would say. But that's Luciano on the top left. He's in the other room. He was sitting with me earlier. We're here together. And so we have some listings live. We'll show the listings live. The first listing you see on the bottom right is a wine glass polishing cloth. It's getting just a couple of reviews. It's really only a couple weeks old. We're really showing you things that we have just done. We're also doing live masterminds. You can see on the top right here, screenshot. We're talking about Bob. He's in Ho Chi Minh, actually. Joe, I'm not sure if that's Bob you've talked to before, but that's Bob. And he's working with us on the flask. So on the bottom left, you'll see a flask. And we're going to go through the process, how we develop these and how we've built content and how we've promoted them. So this is a little intro of Luciano. Luciano, you want to say hi?
Hello, everyone.
Awesome. Yeah, Luciano. Yeah, you're extremely, extremely talented design strategist. 15 years doing professional branding, creating. You worked in Amazon in Beijing. You've been down in Shenzhen for a few years now. Sorry, there's some more background noise. So we've worked inside Amazon and Facebook, Nike. You've worked with a lot of leaderships in branding and design. And I've seen it myself with working with you and Excalibur Brothers, that you're making processes and systems that have helped us get to where we are today. So welcome, Luciano.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Mike. It's a pleasure to be here. Building that with the community is very meaningful and learning a lot in the process.
Yeah, we learn by doing here. It's action, taking action. So now this is where we're going to go through the step-by-step process that we've gone through to build this brand. This is Luciano and I's notes on a whiteboard in my home studio. Now it's full of kids' drawings from our fake kid stuff, but we actually use this for some of our sessions. I don't expect you to read this clearly, but you can learn probably just by looking at this. This is really one of the main maps. I think I love this day. We spent like 4 or 5 hours on a Saturday afternoon after lunch. I think it was like 2 p.m. to like dinner, like 5 or 6, at least How many sessions do we have, Luciano? You want to share a little bit about this slide and what we went through?
As far as I remember, we made two sessions. Each session we took around 4 hours each, right?
You.
And we went through brand story, customer persona. There are a lot of questions in this questionnaire that we do in order to understand the kind of business we do, and then we brainstormed a lot. And I think after the outcome we had from the data we got to build Scalable Brothers, we then after that we decided which products we're gonna do. Crossing the results of the brand process with the data from Amazon, we come up with a solution, right?
Exactly.
And then after this cross result, we evolved in a new thing. Like we give a next step. So it was very, very interesting process because we are building a brand before the products.
Yeah.
Right. With the products together, right? So it's kind of one thing complement another, and then they build together, evolve together.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few different ways to do it, and of course, even this slide alone can be a whole webinar, just this one slide. And this whole process is a very intimate process, but it's basically defining your avatar, targeting who you're selling to. If you look on the different columns, you'll see like who, right? Humans, mind, perceptions, alone. So we went with the hero avatar. So we're trying to help people become heroes. And we want to keep it broad. And we're targeting men, primarily men. Of course, women are welcome to buy these products, but you usually have who you're targeting. And there's lots to this, but it's about being strong. You can see fearless, strength and honor, be brave and protect, unleash the dragon, right? So this is some brainstorming that we went through quite a bit to really define, because a brand, a lot of people think a brand is like a logo or a name, but a brand really represents, in my opinion, the person that you're selling to, the community that you're targeting. And we're actually trying to, one idea is we're targeting geeks, like the new digital geek that's maybe a nerd, that's maybe really timid, maybe they didn't have many girlfriends in school and they got picked on, but now they're very wealthy. They're the new rich, the new technical programmer that has money, and they want to show people that they have money. So that's kind of like how we've been, but it's evolving, but that's kind of how we've gone with this. And there's lots of questionnaires. Of course, unfortunately, of course, we would love to dive into this, but we got about 80 more slides. But today is more of an overview of what we went through. And of course, we registered a trademark, right? So a brand, we filed the US and China. So there's also a China trademark. I think it's not fully complete, but it's most likely going to go through. But of course, filing a trademark, especially for Amazon, nowadays you need to have a filed trademark. We went through the Brand Accelerator program. And you can see we just did one category here, and we had to go through an agency because of brand registry, but then we were able to get this to go through. I don't think I need to go through too much time with this, but of course, registering a trademark is important for your IP and it's essential nowadays for Amazon. Okay, this one is, I had to blur it out. I'm sorry. I was thinking about it. I just felt like there's some things I gotta blur out, but I try to show as much as I can. And there is one showing. And the reason there's one showing is that's going to be one of the products that somebody here today or somebody joining this program, we think is a good opportunity for them to join. So actually we have a great team. There's so many people on this team. Aubrey's here. Aubrey, you wanted to say hi really quick? Maybe just say hello. Sorry to put you on the spot, but
hello everyone.
There's Aubrey. Okay. Yeah, Aubrey's our community manager. Well, she's kind of doing quite a few things, but she's also helping bridge this with our team and our franchisees. But there's a lot of great people putting this together. And we use Google Sheets, Google Docs, and you can see we have product, although it's misspelled, product number and category. So we have lots of different categories because we're not trying to be category specific. We're trying to be about men's gift. So it can be different categories, but it's targeting like a gift item. It's actually kind of in the bar. It's become somewhat in the bar gear, barware. But you can see luxury watch roll. We'll share more about that later, but you can see the score is 94.4%. So it's green. You understand? So you can see ones I blurred out in too broad, huge competition, low demand, high competition, low demand, too many sellers. You can see all these high pricing possible. So luxury watch roll is one we're doing. And we would love to have somebody here join the program and take that product. We'll share more about that later. So that's why I didn't blur this one out. We're basically ready to go with that one pretty good. We have the green light. But this is what we went through with a lot of the products. As Luciano mentioned, we did analysis. We did data research of each product. And this is another slide. We are recording this. We will give you the slides and the recording. Please don't share us on YouTube or publicly, but within yourselves. So you can see here, this is our research we did for that watch roll. And then we dive deep into the keyword search volume, the revenues, the price tags. So these are different check boxes you can see. And we're scoring these. And then we're putting that, and we're looking at the competitors on the right side, and we're looking at the competitors' brands and the competitors' pricing. And we're looking at the average price. We're looking at the search volume. We're looking at the number of competitors. We're looking if it's, of course, no patents. Or we're trying not to hit patents because we can get taken down off Amazon, no hazmat, right? So various things. So we have this checklist. Any feedback on this, Luciano or Mayor? Of course, Mayor's going to be sharing more later. So this is the story of Excalibur Brothers, and then we're going to go into the business model with Mayor later, just so everybody understands a little bit more the schedule. Of course, Mayor or even others could jump in, but Luciano, do you have some points you want to add on this?
Yeah, then we decided for this product line, and we even tried to add some other like elements to this list that, for example, like opportunity to customize could be another thing that
That's a good point.
we always look at. But it's pretty much that. I think this list is pretty good already.
Yeah. So then the next stage, again, I'm trying to really, I mean, this is the first time we're sharing this. These are pictures just from the last few months. So then we started to get samples. You know, I guess obviously one advantage of being in China is you can get samples pretty fast from the factories. So we're getting our house full, and David here's house full of samples, and you can see some of the products that we launched already. We can see some more information about these, but we started ordering different samples. You can start to see some even have customization, like that polishing cloth. Luciano, helped customize it. So we have this flag on, I don't know if you can see my mouse over, I think you can see my mouse. You can see we make it like a flag, not just a label, but a flag. And then the logo. So we're trying to integrate this. Maybe Luciano could talk more. He was always about the branding on the product and the customization.
Yeah, I think what I tried to do, and actually what is very important is that we try to find the right balance, because this is a medieval themed brand, and we try not to be very catch-all in terms of showing these elements of medieval age. So at first, we are looking for doing medieval products, right? We're gonna do the drinking horn, and we discussed about selling medieval products, but when we end up using the medieval thematics as a brand, as part of the brand background, is more of a brand story thing that cover up the brand, right? Instead of making it as a medieval product brand. Yeah. So we try to keep these medieval elements in the product line we try to hint that when you look at product that they have this feeling, but of course it's very subtle. So it can appeal to a broader audience as well, not only people who like medieval products, but generally like men who are looking for elegant products would not be turned off, or at the same time that you can reach this broader audience. And we think this is strategically in terms of like making the right balance for the brand. So
it's a good point. Yeah, thanks, Luciano. That's a really good point. Yeah, actually, a little bit of history of this website. It's a 2003 website, ExcaliburBrothers.com. You can check it out if you like. And originally, it's actually my friend Lauren started this. I met him in 2004, back in the day on a forum about selling online, merchant forum. And he's in Michigan. He was drop shipping swords and knives. There's still a lot of that content on there, And when we were looking for a brand to launch on Amazon. This site has traffic and it has a domain age, obviously 20-year-old almost domain that's been hosted almost the whole time. So, and I took the site over during COVID in 2020 and rebuilt it. But then in the last year is when we started really turning it into an Amazon product brand and filing a trademark. But it's an interesting strategy that I recommend people to do is to buy like an affiliate site, a dropship site, and convert it to a product brand. So that's kind of what we're doing with this brand. It was an established website with traffic and trust and authority and backlinks, but we converted it into an actual product brand from a dropship distributor of swords and knives. But yeah, it's a good point because we were thinking about sticking in a smaller niche of just like swords, knives, or like drinking at ales. But we decided we want to go broader. But like you said, using the medieval style in the brand, which has been really awesome. So the packaging, again, I mean, I feel like this might be a little bit longer than an hour, everybody, but I believe it's going to be super valuable. So just to warn you, I think we got a lot of amazing stuff to share. So this is some of the branding that Luciano helped put together. Again, Luciano, I mean, I don't think we can go so deep, but do you want to give us a little bit of some insights of your strategy on the brand?
Yeah.
The packaging. Packaging is amazing.
And after we come up with the brand strategy and the product line, we decided, right, we come up with this product list that we're doing. We started to pack the products together in the same way. So now at this point, what we're trying to do is building a system that can be consistent, because it's really, in branding, like it's really hard for you to control 100% how your brand is perceived. But there are many factors that you cannot control. You cannot control buyers' behavior in many degrees, but what you can do is increase the trust they have in you by being consistent, repeating the same thing over and over and over, and makes your brand looks more confident and helps building trust and awareness. So I think if you deliver a good product and service, this will definitely help you create this sensation in people. So we decide on these colors like brown for the outside. Most of the time we're gonna do products that are very masculine, that are target into gentlemen's, and we think that this color is the most suitable for that. We're gonna keep this most of the products, and inside we keep these red details when you open the product to remind a bit of the royalty of the medieval times, bring of this feeling of value that when you go to a red carpet in a castle, you often feel that this is special. So we want to trigger the sensations in people in a very, I mean, there's a book called The Sex Appeal of Inorganic that tells that things and objects can be sexually attractive. So it's true. And then what I try to do, and I do this, is trigger these emotions of people feeling attached in an emotional level to the products.
Great. All right, Luciano, man, you're giving some real gold today. I really appreciate these insights, even though I'm getting some points from your sharing. So now, so if you can notice here on the right, this is almost the same. I think it's the same. So this is, I think, around March or February, I think February 2022 this year. We went to a Dongguan print factory. We didn't go to this one we actually went to other factories, but we didn't go to a factory first. We went to a packaging supplier. Actually, I've been blown away with the packaging. It's very complex. But, we spent a half a day in this conference room going through all these different materials, different layouts, different colors. Again, you can give some tips, but I mean, we got a lot of slides. But do you want to share a little bit about this process? I know you said you want to go to a packaging supplier and just really sit in this conference room and just.
Yeah, because we like took very like a lot of attention on every detail, and I think going to factory is a good way to get to know what they can do and put your hands on some samples and catalogs and talk to them directly. Some factories are very helpful in order for you to come up with something to life. They have teams and they help you prototype things fast.
Exactly.
So we co-worked with them and other factories as well, and into developing this. It was a very long and during COVID painful because of we cannot like really go there when we need and the lockdowns, but
Yeah,
it was
we
very
couldn't even go
fun.
to the other factory because of my QR code test.
Yeah.
This is my videos, Mike's blog. I did it from personal YouTube. But yeah, it was painful. But at least we got the packaging on that day, but we couldn't go to the cloth factory because of my COVID test result time. I think I had a 48 hour, I needed 24 hours something. But and then of course we're trying to make this story for you. I hope you're all enjoying this. We're trying to share the real story. But this is a picture actually outside this exact apartment around March 2022. Futian was totally shut down, totally locked down. We have these space cadet people everywhere. They were setting up dorms, but we were busy. We were locked in. We couldn't even get samples delivered. They didn't even have SF Express or anything. Couldn't even get samples. But we worked on this. I didn't know Luciano. I mean, I made this, but of course, we can't share all of this, but this is a brand, right? This is stuff we made, or you made. I work closely with you, but some of this I wrote or I made, but this is a brand, right? I mean, I think this list, people don't understand this is a brand, right? Of course, the logo on the right is a brand, the words are a brand, the shield is a brand, but this is the brand assets, right? Do you want to give some insights a little bit about some of these documents?
We built several documents and also like a lot of we built a lot of not only of these documents like brand book, brand voice and style. We built style guide for everything, right? For photography, we have a style guide for lifestyle, a style guide for patterns, a style guide for packaging, a style guide for so when you scale the brand, everything that comes from the product, it parts from the same family. Even the product line we developed have a guideline to be like the products are they really talk with, like a family, right?
Yeah.
So even the system to keep building this like as a factory.
Yeah, I mean, we were constantly giving these to different factories, and we've used 3PLs, we've used, QC agents. So we just send them, of course, we don't send them all of this, but we'll send them the QC process. The videos really help. I mean, some of these are videos of me and you with a package showing them this is first, you put the card up front. This is, like fold this, seal this, sticker on the outside, not on the inside. It's very important. So we still have this football fields of testing people across the road, but we're still working hard, right? This is March 2022, and we're getting samples now. So, and you can see the hints of the brand is the shield, right? A lot of times brands doesn't have, I know a lot of people think it's cool to put your words on your product right on the outside, but we're not, we want to be more subtle. We didn't want to have the words right on the front of the product. So we try to find subtle places to put it, like we had tested it putting on the inside, right? So that we don't want to interfere with the quality of the product, but we want to still show our brand. So these are some subtle, and of course, the quality is important. Obviously, you can have the coolest branding and marketing, but if your product's not good, so like sometimes the scratches here, it would have you put your fingernails. So we started even here. So we started learning about leather. And then, do we want to have genuine leather? Do we want to have polyurethane, PU leather? What's the material, right? The smell. We're reading the reviews of the competitors on Amazon. What are people saying about the size of the? This is for leather. Actually, Mary suggested this product, but it's for reading glasses. Not really sunglasses, but reading glasses. But we're just trying to give you some insights here. Of the process, multiple samples. I don't know how many samples of this, Luciano, like 6, 5. I was losing track how many times there was a delivery from SF of a new sample.
This one we ordered so many different samples from so many different suppliers, especially because we didn't have like official supplier that we work with. What at this moment we have, right? We have more like
Yeah, we've
the
got some better
relationship
supply.
build, this is the supply chain build, the product line that is on the pipeline ready. But yeah, we order like I don't remember 10 or samples
Yeah, I was
from.
losing track. You were more patient than me. There's like always something coming. Just so you know, we're locked down together here. David's also here, and we're just grinding through this. Also testing, right? This is the leather flask, not really a leather flask, but it's a metal, of course, stainless steel, but it has a leather. But we changed it. We changed this. I think again, I have so much to go in through today, but we're testing this. We're soaking this in water. We're putting this in the sun. We're dropping it, right? We're really trying to make sure this is quality, the glue. I've gone through a lot of this over the years. But yeah, I mean, this is also here. You can see this is my hand holding it as I took a picture with my camera. You can see this is a lot of the iterations. Couldn't go through every single picture, so I just took like a screen grab of some of the images. Different flasks we're looking at, right? Different packaging. This is card system. We had videos, different types of leather, different ways of the shot cups that come with the flask. We can't go through all this today, but we're just trying to give you an idea of the vibe and the feel. Of course, visiting the factories. This is obviously Luciano and me, and this is from the factory. This is in Longhua, I think, Luciano. It's like an hour drive from Fujian, I think, northeast.
Yeah, I think this is Longgang.
Longgang, yeah.
Yeah, Longgang, yeah.
His English name is Joker. It's pretty funny, right? He's a name on Joker. Yeah. But actually, this is a distributor. So we actually went to they were an assembly. They assembled the leather. We're buying from them. They're one of our vetted suppliers, but we wanted to see the source. So they buy the leather here. So we went to go have tea. Of course, this is my video camera. But we also want to understand the materials. We understand the process. Of course, quality, but also just understanding it's actually American leather. They buy the hide from American cows. They import it to Wenzhou, and then they treat it in Wenzhou, and then they distribute it in Shenzhen. So we kind of got to understand that in this process. Any comments on this, Luciano? I think we can move forward on this, unless there's some.
Yeah, yeah, we can move. It's okay.
Yeah, there's just a lot of amazing stuff. I mean, I went kind of a little bit crazy with the story.
Yeah, there's a comment that we were trying talk with them about the leather, and then you mentioned that it's actually American leather.
Yeah, we learned that while we were sitting there,
yeah. But we plan to do some goat leather as well in the future.
Yeah, we had goat. That guy gave you a lot of beers, right? How many beers? No, we didn't drink. He was offering us some beer. It was like a Tuesday at 2 p.m. and he's drinking beers in his shop. But yeah, he wants us to buy his goat leather. More, I think we're going to go a little bit faster on these last few slides of the product development. But you can see here, this is the before and this is the after, right? So this is like the standard flask set you might see on Alibaba, right? We get the samples. But of course, we don't just sell this, right? Like we actually stripped off, this is polyurethane material, PU. We stripped that off. And we just buy the metal from this supplier. And then we buy the leather from this supplier. And then we ship the we ship the metal to the leather, and the leather is applied to the metal. And then, we have this signature on the bottom. We have our stamp here of the shield. We also, as Luciano discussed about the colors, the brown on top of the shot glass. So this is the process, right? This is kind of the process. This is part of the brand story. Any quick points, Luciano? I know there's a lot to this. You can even see the interior is the red, like you said, and the packaging is the brown on the outside.
Yeah, this one we customize things that at the ultimate level and there's a lot of details. It should look very good, right? It's working.
Yeah, here's the result. These are shipping to Amazon. Actually, I think today we confirmed the logistics. But yeah, I mean, let's get into the websites. So the website here, you can check this out. This is a screenshot I took today, excalibrbrothers.com. Luciano helped revitalize this. It was a dropship site for 18 years, but the last year or two, we're making it a product brand. So again, use the slogan, use the logo, use the colors. I can't fit the whole website, of course, on a slide, but we rebuilt the whole site. design to match the new brand. We also added this program called the Roundtable, and it kind of kept expanding, and we even have some new ideas of how to grow this. But this is like a card that's put inside the packages, and people can join this membership. So it's right on the home menu. You can see here, right? It's right on the website. You can go to this right now, Roundtable, and you get a code. You put this code into the website, and you can unlock this extra content. And I know some of you might be worried about Amazon TOS, and I could talk to you about that for a long time. I have everything ready for that. I can explain the process and the TOS to you if you'd like. I don't have time right now. We can do that in Q&A if you'd like. But basically, this is an opt-in program for customers to get even more value. And we add ebooks, we add downloadable instructions, we add communities for customers only. Yeah, there's a lot to this. So do you want to add a quick point, Luciano, to this? I mean, it's part of the story. It's like a membership for customers.
Yeah, we built this like roundtable part. This is the part where you see a door closed, which suggests that is a exclusive club. In order to get there, you buy Excalibur Brothers product, and then you can have a card access to open it.
Exactly. So you can read our script. There's more to it than just this. You can scroll down. You can go excaliburbrothers.com/roundtable if you want to read it. Yeah. Any other points?
I think it's okay.
I think that's good. And then of course the Amazon. I know everybody here loves Amazon. So this is Amazon Storefront. We have Amazon.com/Excalibur Brothers. You can type it in and look at it right now. Welcome to your kingdom. Again, consistency, listings, brand new storefront, like less than a month old. Again, I can't fit all this in the screenshots. I think I'll focus on the listing. So here's the listing of the first product, the polishing cloth. You can see just a couple reviews, really just launching. We're getting some early reviewers involved, driving some PR traffic. Yeah, Catherine, it's medieval for sure. So you notice, like we were discussing, it's called Excalibur Brothers, but it's a polishing cloth, right? It doesn't have to be Knights of the Round Table products. Like we're thinking about helmets and swords and drinking ales, but this is just a regular product that is normal, boring competitors. They're so boring. They're just doing it as a wine polishing cloth, but we're making it a medieval, high value, high priced item. And this is selling even without a coupon, double the price of competitors. And these are some screenshots from the actual listing. Of course, Luciano is doing amazing working with the team, our design team behind the scenes. Do you want to share a little bit about the listing process?
Yeah, and then we built this listing framework that we're following for all the products. As you can see that everything on the listing is still consistent with the packaging, the website. You have these beige and brown tones on the background, and yeah, and the team is doing an amazing job to put them together.
Yeah, I mean, like there's so many people that maybe they're even tuned in today. They're really supportive, but yeah, I mean, we have great people. Of course, Luciano and I are maybe here on the stage. Aubrey's assisting a lot, but we have great people that are really helping us. This can't be done by just a couple people. I know we talk about the video, and I'm afraid to play, but I'm going to try to show the video. This is a video. You can watch that on the listing yourself. So I cut a little bit short, but that's the video. You can watch it yourself on the listing, or it's on our YouTube as well. Hopefully, try and go back to the video. Can you see my, you still see my, let's see, how about that? There we go. So that's the video. Luciano, you want to share about that? I know you're even making this into a system, right? It's not just that you have a whole
Yeah,
strategy behind the video.
yeah, the video is also a system that we can, it's a framework that we can build for all the products. You have the medieval intro with this like super like music that reminds of the old times, and then you have the product rotation that we keep, and then utilizing the product. It's kind of like scalable as well, like a system.
Yeah.
We build a good SOP for that as well.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right, thank you, Luciano. Man, he's amazing. So lucky to be partnered with him on Excalibur Brothers, and we're talking to Jorge and Bob and Francis and Peter and Mayor and everyone, and it's just a lot happening. So I just want to give people some updates for the next rest of this year in 2022. It's what a year it's been. I'm still looking at my old books like Destination China, Hong Kong Supercharged. If you're seeing on video, e-commerce gladiator is kind of one of the more popular ones, and China Startup. This one got some hate on Amazon reviews, but we are just grinding away here in life, in business. So for me, again, I'm trying to get to Thailand. It'll probably be a last minute going away party. I might have to go to Beijing Embassy of Thailand, or maybe Guangzhou. Life is super stressful for all of us. I think when we leave our home countries, it's never easy to live outside of your home country and then to try to move between one country and to another. But I think I'll share more about the process once it actually works. At this point, I'm a little bit stressed, I'm not going to lie. Keep it real. That's what we try to do here. So some updates. We're going to go big into Thailand. We're going to go deep, actually working with a couple factories, lots of brands, lots of business going on. Lots of opportunity. There's a school discussion, some living compounds for some others that we work with, and again, it's still a little bit early and stuff we usually talk about in our masterminds with Global from Asia VIP members and others in our closer circle, so I can't share too much openly, but there is some amazing things going to happen for Thailand. Also, we're launching a lot of new products from this webinar, from the community. We are going to add more products to Excalibur Brothers. We're going to be building out more traffic. Oh, it's been a lot. I'm going to share some of the learnings privately and also publicly, as I always do. But we're working really, really hard on various external traffic strategies. Also, the next podcast will be coming up will be an advanced one on conversion optimization for your e-commerce store, which I'm even going to be planning to learn some new things. So I'm going to go deeper and deeper into the more technical and advanced stuff of e-commerce and branding for the rest of this year on this show. I'm also going to probably invest in a little bit more of a studio. It's just, I've been super stressed because I don't know where I'm going to live. I don't want to some people say, oh, your background's not good, That's what I don't like about video, because the wife's checking saying, some friends are saying it's not good for my personal brand. I'm more about building stuff and letting that stuff represent, not me personally, although I know personal brand is important. But there's going to be some huge upgrades in this show and in this life of ours and business of ours. And as I said a couple of shows ago about opportunities, there's lots of opportunities, and we are going to be providing it. There's been amazing people partnering with us in various businesses, and there's just a lot to look forward to. So it's almost, actually, the year's flying by. It's already August. Before you know it, it'll be September, then Q4. And I hope you're as motivated as me. It's super stressful, I think, for most of us. I get daily tests now in coronavirus. I have to, scan apps everywhere and to cancel the meetups because of COVID. It's been super unpredictable. It's super stressful. I'm still on the fence about audio, but I'm going to invest in some new equipment, new setup in Thailand if I can make it there. So look forward to that. But, we just got to stay positive. We got to keep grinding. We got to double down. We're going to come up 3 times better. And I think a lot of us have been through a lot in the last couple of years. I know I have been. And I look forward to engaging with some of you and connecting and making some business deals. All right. See you all later. Peace.
To get more info about running an international business, please visit our website at www.globalfromasia.com. That's www.globalfromasia.com. Also, be sure to subscribe to our iTunes feed. Thanks for tuning in.